Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, how about we go with Now I'm Moniqueing it. I'm not even trying to Monique this, and I'm Moniqueing it. Leonard, not Leonard. Mm-hmm.
Leonard is spelled differently.
You okay? McKivley and Jessica Gatson.
You fucked their name up.
I did it. Neil, help me. It's Leonard.
No.
McKevely. Really? It is extra syllable in there.
Oh.
McKevy. That's not. Okay. And Jessica.
McKelvey?
McKelvey. Oh, maybe my eyes added one. I thought it was an E in there. I thought it was 3 E's.
Ooh,
you know, any name with too many vowels. And Jessica Gadsden.
Look at your
I don't know. I messed that one up. We ain't redoing that.
Oh.
They've been married since 2014. For those who you don't know who that is, that's Charlamagne the God and his secret woman. There's not much out there about them, but Charlamagne reveals that he grew up with Jessica, and they have been dating since they were 16, and they got 2 children. Charlamagne said he cheated on her when he was a fuck boy, but now he don't do that no more.
Mm.
Put respect on their name.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best for, especially when one spouse is so much in the limelight, right? It's so much into social media and so much a person of the world. It is good to have your partner who's like, not today, Satan.
Right.
Right? It's nothing wrong with that. Some of y'all need to take a clue of that and do that. I think that's what Nyambi does. I'm a ghost. Where am I? Gone.
Jesus.
But I think it's something to that. Like, that's old school, right? Having a sense of privacy. I wonder how she feels about it. I wonder do sometimes she just want to get on there. But I'm sure, especially with her husband being Charlamagne, she happy she ain't on there. Could you imagine the Bell Hooks followers that will come drag her?
Yes. Why are you with this scum of a man?
Because Charlamagne just got on the Black woman good side.
It depends on the week.
It depends on the week. He just got on Black woman good side. And I'm sure his woman cussing him out too, honey. So it ain't nothing wrong with keeping it a little more low key. I never was on social media that much though. Even when I had social media, even when I was on Facebook, I was like a once a week poster.
Yeah, you really wasn't into it.
Like I don't know why I didn't get into it. Like it's even with posting pictures, like it literally like be 1 picture a month. I just didn't get into it. Like it's just social media just didn't click for me. Like I didn't feel, and maybe I didn't stay in it long enough. But it just never clicked for me. And then one time I gave it up. What did I give it up for? Was it Lent or?
I don't know.
And I just never got back.
Yeah. You just emailed me and said, here's my password. Change my password.
Yeah. I sent my email to Nero and told him to change my password so I couldn't get back on it. And I haven't thought about it. I think it was hard for maybe the first 3 months. Then after that, I literally forgot about it. Because I think it came to deadline where it was like I was supposed to reopen it. And I was like,
Oh.
I think I almost shut my stuff down even before Twitter got popping.
I done forgot that password.
What?
Even if you wanted to get back on.
I mean, I think if I get back on, I would just have to start fresh. Because I don't even think the people I would be friends with, I wouldn't want to even connect with right now. Was that petty?
No.
Who was you?
I am Nerum.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 124.
124, y'all.
124, y'all. Be sure
Happy Wednesday
to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And I want to give a big fuck you to the person who left us a 1-star review.
They left a 1-star review?
They just left a 1-star rating, but they ain't leaving no review, though.
It's
so,
all right.
Fuck
Haters gonna hate.
or her. Anyways.
It's probably that podcast we was talking about.
I don't know. Anyways.
Don't do that. Everyone has a right to their opinion.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, but if they was really about it.
They would have left something.
A review. Because that's what Nyambi would do.
Yeah.
With sources cited.
Right. Anyways, follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's black with no K. You got to update. What's going on?
Actually, I don't have too much, believe it or not. Like, the biggest thing is, y'all, I broke out in hives. My mom always teases me when she does. She's like, white women break out in hives. Black people don't break out in hives like that?
No, black people don't break out in hives.
I broke out in hives, and I have no idea where it came from. I don't know if it's detergent. I don't know if it's stress. I don't know what it is, but it's like webs all over what you say near my neck.
Your back.
My neck, my chest, my back, and my like arms and my legs.
Your Gucci and your crack.
My what? And so I got all my little what?
Cortisone.
Yeah. Cream all over me, and I done took all my antihistamines. And I get it like 3 times a year, and it just comes out of nowhere, and it lasts anywhere from 2 days to like a week. Do y'all break out in hives? Do y'all have any remedies for this? Because now I'm at the super itchy phase.
Jesus.
Like where it looks like someone has scratched me all over where the hives are. Don't it, Nero? Do it scare you when that happens?
No, it don't scare me, but I think it's a little irritating sometimes because you just be scratching. It's like
I don't even notice I be scratching.
And I just keep telling you stop scratching.
Yeah. When I first got it, what you thought? Remember when I think we were dating, and you were like, "What's on you?"
The fuck is that?
What?
Because I'm hypersensitive about bruises and marks on women, especially ones I'm associated with. Because y'all know I'm a big ass dude, and I got these big ass hands. And the last thing I need is anything to be misconstrued of me putting hands on somebody.
Because it was on undergrad, wasn't it?
Yes. So every time shit like this pop up, even I just be checking Naomi for new bumps and bruises and asking her where the hell they came from so I can know the backstory.
But I remember when I first got here, I was like, "What's wrong? Do you need to go to emergency?"
Right.
I was like,
need
"No,
to get EpiPen.
I'm all right."
Shit.
But yeah, I broke out in a hive, so hopefully it gets a little bit better. But like I said, y'all let me know if y'all have any treatments or anything I can do.
Yeah, oatmeal bath.
Yeah, that's why I probably need to just soak in a nice cool bath. No new updates from the bot store. Everyone's actually pretty good. I'm probably the update from the bot store. So y'all know I'm still moving forward with that opportunity in Silicon Valley. It's looking very, very positive. If and when I get it, I'll be sure to let y'all know. The way I'll let y'all know is the type of seats I'm getting from Beyonce. Floor seats are looking really good right now.
Oh.
So, but with the bot store, I ain't told them, because I done left and came back so many times. I ain't told them I'm this close to the end. I just done told them, I had this opportunity and I'm just going to interview. And I just want to let y'all know, just in case they call you, just FYI. So everybody's like, "Oh, thank you for letting us do this. This is amazing." So now every time I come in the building, anything new? Any updates? What's going on?
The thing about that is, some people are hating.
I know. What you mean they hating?
Yeah, some people hating.
At the bot store?
Yeah.
Why they hating at the bot store?
Because they want to be in the same predicament.
Oh.
Hell, I want to have the opportunity to go to Silicon Valley.
I'm sure it's a Target.
I heard they got heated toilet seats there. And bidets.
I'm sure it's a Target. I'm sure it's a Walmart. I'm sure it's a Costco. I'm sure all the bot stores are there.
I ain't never had warm water squirted up my booty before.
Oh my goodness. I ain't tell them all that, Daryl. More so I just told my supervisor and the store manager as a more of a courtesy, but I'm sure they can't hold no water.
Yeah,
honey.
They can't hold no water.
So I know it done got spread to who knows where.
I know they can't hold no water because I done told my people.
What you done told yours?
That my partner might have an opportunity out somewhere, and I just want to give y'all a heads up just in case this stuff move fast.
And what they say?
And
what my favorite person say?
And then everybody came on. How did the interview go? What going on?
They keeping up now,
right?
Before they ain't worried about you.
So what y'all gonna do if she do get it? I'm like, listen here, I don't want to talk about it until
you told
I know.
Them that.
I said I don't want to talk about it until I find out she get the opportunity or not. Yeah. Because ain't no point in me geeking myself up. And she ain't got the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. What you said? Now they coming in asking questions, asking how your weekend went.
Nah, Nero don't want to talk about it. Fine, we can talk about it
without you.
I heard the weather is good out there. Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's really going on with me. Other than that, I don't really have many updates. Just kind of navigating through the week. Oh, Niramis, you gonna talk about the weather?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about the weather.
What is going on with it? It snowed again.
Mm-hmm.
It was disrespectful, and it snowed the other day. Yeah. And then it started to snow Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And then it turned to rain.
Yep.
I said, "Oh, okay, Mother Nature, you're playing. We're all set. We got to treat Mother Nature like we did Desi. All set. We need you to go ahead and shift to the next season. We've been in winter since October. It's almost 5 months.
I know.
We've been doing winter shit, snow, cold, freezing since October. 5 months we've been doing this shit. That's another thing. I can't wait to when and if I get to that West Coast. This shit old. My boots are leaning. My winter coat is just done. Like everything's just done.
Listen here. You get this opportunity at Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
I'm throwing out all signs.
Okay, now I don't know about that because Silicon Valley is not Southern California. So it's going to be a little chilly.
So what? I'll start
You're going to need about... You don't want none from white ass New England. We got to sage everything. You silly. All right, that's all I got. No damn. What you got?
I got Naomi got hives, and she's working on my last nerves about this.
Oh, come on!
Because all she's doing is scratching and scratching and scratching, and all I hear now is the hell is that waking me up? That's Naomi scratching.
First of all, my skin does not sound like
do.
that. It is
You
moisturized.
sound mighty dry.
Because it's on the outside of my clothes.
Mighty dry.
Whatever.
Ugh. Look, you doing it now.
You got issues. Come on.
Other than that, chilling, working. Nothing to do at the job. I'm just doing some useless stuff.
Miriam, stop putting that energy. Put better energy.
Okay.
Do better energy.
What you? I am doing useless stuff right now. The problem is. Go ahead. So here's the problem.
What's the problem?
With the startup is that.
Not the whole ass startup.
No, yeah. What I started is that we out of money.
Oh.
So he's working through.
You really need to go to.
So he's working through this refinance or whatever. But the real issue of the fact of the matter is he's ran out of money, and I'm marketing, and marketing is all about spending money in order to get the word out about your business so you can make money.
Yeah.
So I did everything organic. So I didn't create a new website. I didn't create media plans. I'm posting on social media. I got the team writing blog posts. I got pretty much every organic marketing thing you can do.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything that don't cost money.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm looking like we need to spend some money.
Yeah.
And he ain't got it. So now I'm just doing busy work.
Yeah. What's busy work?
How about you create this directory so we can go against the state nationally known directory?
Jesus.
The fuck I'm doing that for? Why? So stuff like that. Yeah. Micromanagement and busy work. And I'm getting irritated.
Don't be irritated. Don't be irritated. You cannot let it get to you.
Yeah, but that's where I'm at. That's my update.
Gotcha.
So, what we got for Pillow Talk?
Let's jump into Pillow Talk and let's talk about Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
we missed it last week, y'all. Why didn't y'all tell us we didn't review Atlanta last week? Another amazing episode. I'm gonna let Niram kind of take the lead on it because I don't want to mansplain or womansplain this situation. But it was basically Paperboy was just trying to get his hair cut. It's the summary is short, but the unpacking of it's heavy. So Paperboy just wanted to get his hair cut because he had a photo shoot coming up, and it seems like he's been going to this barber for years. But in all things niggerdom, it's just not as simple as making an appointment and getting your hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
Nero.
Brothers. And probably some of y'all sisters.
Yeah, beauty shops ain't too much better.
Y'all done had these issues where you try to go somewhere and all you want to do is give your hard-earned cash, green money to someone to do a service.
Yes.
And not only a service, do it well so you can tip them, so you can feel good about
you want to give them
how
green money.
Yeah, so you can feel good about yourself and how you move around in life.
Yes.
So this was I think it was a very interesting episode. So like Naomi said, it was pretty much Paperboy trying to get a haircut, but his barber was on some fuck shit.
Oh my God, so much.
So started out the barber late, the barber on the phone. You don't know if the barber talking to you. You don't know if the barber talking on the phone. You don't know what it is. So you trying to answer the barber's question. He's like, "No, nigga, I'm on the phone."
Yeah.
And then he started asking you what you want.
What?
And now you're like, nigga, I don't know who the hell you talking to.
Is you talking to me?
Is you talking to me?
Mm-mm.
So you got that. And then the barber started. See, this is why I always tell my barber to start off the lineup.
Yeah.
Don't start with just going in the head and do the lineup first.
Yeah.
Because if all shit pop off, somebody come rob the barbershop or whatever, at least I got a crispy line. I get the hell out of there.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What?
You said at least I got a crispy
line. A crispy line. It's a couple things. Like, I don't let the barber hold my glasses. Because he's like, I can put your glasses back here or, on the little mantle.
Where you keep your glasses?
In my hand.
Why?
Because I'm from Detroit and I've been where barbershops got robbed and I need to have my glasses so I can get the fuck on.
Oh my God.
And the last thing I need is for me, the barber getting all stuck up and I'm over here asking the barber where my glasses so I can get the fuck on. No.
Yeah.
I need to have them in my hands.
Yeah.
With an S.
Yes.
So no, I hold my glasses in my hand. Sometimes I even bring a little glasses case to put them in so I can hold them.
Oh my God. Oh.
Because I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
But so that's one thing. So you go through there, and next thing you know, I guess you're going over. The barber's like, I gotta go to my baby mama house. So he trying to get a haircut. So the barber didn't cut his I don't know if it was a stepkid or whatever. Cut his hair. Paperboy looking like, what the fuck, man? He was like, well, he was here before you. And then as soon as he about to cut Paperboy hair, guess what? The power go out. So then he leaves. So now the barber.
Can we talk about? No, don't you breeze over that because he went to the baby mama house. First of all, Paperboy, when he said, "Can you go here with me?" I'd be like, "No, nigga." That's where he should have stopped and left and did something different. But he did, and he went to the baby mama, and he talking slick. What is this slick talk?
That's something about down south folk. Shout out to all everybody from down south.
Slick talking
because them niggas be he was slick talking Paperboy ass too.
Jesus.
Come on, Paperboy, I got this.
Let me do this real quick. Oh, I ain't pay that bill. Right. Oh, she don't know.
Then what else?
My damn mind. And then he went to that place.
Oh yeah, because he's like, you hungry?
Yeah.
And then he go to a construction site.
You ain't doing it near him. He talking about, would you like something to eat, bro? You like some of that Zambies? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And here go nigga. Can't resist.
I can eat.
Well,
come on, man. You know, let me get
about
you
to get
some
a
Zambies.
meal from him, right? What this motherfucker do?
Go to a construction site.
And get some food out of a construction fridge and heat it up. And he said, nigga, didn't you eat this the other day?
Right.
And his is leftovers. Paperboy ate it though, didn't he?
He sure did.
It turned out, he's like, well, help me get this wood in the car. Like, what? It's just always something. And getting in the wood in the car, then white woman pull up. And then white woman talking about, you stealing my wood. And Paperboy just looking at him like, we better go.
Nigga, I'm on probation.
Then he was like, okay, well, we gonna do this. We gonna roll on to the barbershop, or yes, no, they were riding down the street, right? Then they found his son
because he was looking hard. I said, who the hell is that?
Yeah,
and then here was kids, and they was running.
Yeah,
so then he catch up with his kids and tell Paperboy, come out here and inspire to you.
And then the son doing fuck shit. Son get in the car.
Right.
He arguing back and forth with his son. Why you ain't in school? Why you ain't doing what you're supposed to do? Because it's the middle of the damn day. He run into somebody. Ooh. While they in the car. And there was some Asian woman. And I was like, it's a fender bender, but like, it was a fender bender, right? It shouldn't have been all that, right? They should
because they was having this whole conversation. Paperboy's like, watch the road, nigga.
Yeah. And then he did. Then he hit this woman from the behind in the car. And I was like, oh, it was just a fender. Like, both cars looked raggedy, right? It looked one of them situations when they should have went about their business. What this Asian woman do? Get out the car and just start hollering. And they said, not today, Satan. He put that bitch in reverse. He put that stick shift in reverse and hit it. He was like, I can't go back to jail, man. And then they finally go back to the shop. And then what, Neil?
He finally cut his hair.
Almost. Barely. And then after he cut his hair, what did he tell him? You gonna pay me?
No, he paid him. It's like, you ain't gonna tip?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Tip for what, nigga? And he just threw the money at him, right? And then he come back again a few weeks later. But this tea is, he ain't in his chair no more. He in a new person chair.
He went to a new barber.
But then break down what last piece that happened.
When your barber know how you like your shit, so much so that you stop telling your barber what you need to get. So you done forgot what you like.
So the new barber was like, I think he said he wanted a fade or something.
Yeah,
he said
like fade
two.
Yeah. So what size guard? How you like it? You want a box back or you want it rounded? What? Shit, I just like whatever the nigga do.
And he looked at him. Another guy was like, you coming back, nigga?
But it's something about that.
It is. Like, that was summer of the show. But why is the barbershop and beauty shop culture and black culture so rough?
They treat
in New England,
so bad.
I still haven't been to a good one.
They treat us so bad. But
they treat us so bad.
They know what we like, though.
Yeah. To the point where, as far as getting my hair straightened and late, first of all, in New England, there ain't many people who can really do hair. Like, they'll do a cute afro. They can do a quick twist or box braids or something like that. But as far as having hair laid, I ain't met that in New England. But it's either they can do the hair really good or their service is trash. Or their service, like customer service, is really good. But they doing, circa 1968 Coretta Scott King.
What, finger waves?
Bump. It ain't even no curl. They just bump your hair. You like, is this a bump? Did she just bump a curl in my hair? But they sweet as pie, right? Like, it's just no in between. And I know I'm talking for like beauty salons, but you go up in there, you beat her all day. Or when prices, why bitches act like prices can't be explicit?
Yeah,
Tell me how much it charge. Well, it depends on the texture density. Nigga, I mean, that's of course the exception. I'm talking about an average bitch hair.
It depends on how much bill she got to pay this month.
I had a beautician like that. Then I saw the prices just shifted depending on what bills was due. And the thing is, they don't know they're making themselves worse because not only come to you when I desperately need to, not to make it a thing, right? If you when you get you a good beautician or barber, you and they part of the family. You like to go see them every 2 to 3 weeks whenever you go.
Right.
But when you get a fuck nigga, fuck bitch, you be like, you feel like you going up to hustle with them. Mm-hmm. You be like, just do it, honey. Don't say no words. Don't do it. What is the experience in the barbershop near him? Or what's the difference between the barbershops out here and back in Detroit?
Well, I've been to a couple bad ones, but a couple of them been to good ones. I think that the main experience is that the love for hair or the love for their trade is not out. It's not banging like it is back in Detroit.
Yeah.
Because in Detroit, like these brothers, like they pride themselves on.
Yeah.
Every haircut gonna be fly.
Every. Yeah. Out here.
But out here.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. I finally found the barber.
Yeah.
That like I'm almost like, what you want? The usual? Yeah. 2 on the sides, 1 on the top. Yep.
What does that mean?
Guards.
Oh.
So each guard gives you a certain length of hair.
Okay.
So
what did you say you doing?
2 on the side, so my beard can be darker than what's on top of my head.
Oh.
So I usually get a light Caesar.
Mm.
Light Caesar, taper her back.
Yeah.
With a 2 guard, so my beard can be darker than my hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that barber talk. Nice.
Hey, that's what it got to be like. But still, even to find a barber that know what you like and know what you do, and then you go to someone else because this nigga done treat you bad. But
they sweet, but they don't know what you like, right?
But it's like you tied to him because you know that
it's a toxic relationship.
Does such a great job because his barber was off the hook. Yeah. Like the whole montage they did to cut his hair.
Yeah,
and
you
shit
can tell he knew what he was doing.
Like the nigga was off the hook.
Yeah,
but
can't get right
the relations. But I think that's one of the things we need to talk about, Naomi, is that barbers and like hairstylists are like the types of people.
They got different personalities.
They got the different types of personalities, but I would say also our counterculture to like the traditional 9 to 5.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why they probably work so well in the barbershop life or the in the salon lifestyle, because they can make their own hours and do whatever.
It ain't really nobody to report to,
right?
You can report to the head person who owns the salon, right? If they don't own it, right, and if they own it, ain't nobody to report to, right? But if you even go to the other person, they only gonna do so much, especially if they paying their booth rent on time,
right?
It is, right?
Because I seen it today, because I went to go get a haircut, and just another barber up in there, and the guy was waiting. He was like, who you waiting on? He's like, oh, I'm waiting on such and such. He's like, oh, he ain't been here all day. You might want to call him.
Yeah.
He's like, because after I cut his hair, you talking about me, I'm gone.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, you get in touch with him?
Yeah.
No. I'll try to call him. But just know. I'm leaving after I cut his hair.
Yeah. So I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Jesus. Why do it do that? It just, I don't know. And it makes me angry sometimes because like, this is your profession. Or my thing, even if you're going to be like, just call. I'd rather you call or send the common courtesy. But barbers and stylists, they'll make you wait all day. And they always saying things, you can't get a $10 hairdo and this. Well, bitch, you can't have $10 time management skills.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, I want to break it down and be like, what the fuck you think your hourly rate is? Is that petty?
No.
Someone be charging all this money. I'm like, so your hourly rate is $100 an hour? Is that what you telling me? And that you don't even provide water?
No, ain't no champagne in that.
Come on. And the thing is, I don't mind paying money for folks who do what they supposed to do, right? But it is, I have not, probably since I've been back in Detroit, I have not been to a salon where I'm like, yes, this was excellent experience. It was easy to book an appointment. It was easy to come here. Or also, like, all of that be hard. So booking be hard. I told you when I booked one place online, they was like, oh, well, you should have called. Well, bitch, why do you got the ability to book shit online on your website? That's stupid, right? Second thing, get into the place. All these places out here never had no parking lot. If you don't got no parking lot, you should warn people where you're supposed to park at, right? And getting up in there. And then secondly, when you walk in, where you want me to sit at? Ain't no waiting room. Thirdly, when I'm trying to pay, bitch, come into this Century and get some type of credit card machine.
Why do I have to always go to the grocery store and get cash back?
Come on. Get you Squarespace or whatever. No, it's not Squarespace. What is it called?
Yeah, Squarespace.
Get you something to swipe it.
PayPal, something.
Jesus. Thirdly, tell us your price range. Everything should not have to be a drug deal. When I'm getting my hair done, it should not feel like a drug deal. How much you charge? How much I owe you? What is it?
Right.
Bitch, what is the prices?
What
Get
is
like
your
an
price?
Asians. What is it? What you scared of?
And just set it and be firm in your word.
Yes. Like that's that whole experience. And I don't need you multitasking. Washing my hair, I'm under the dryer, you twisting that part. Too much.
Teaching your kid long division.
Going to get something to eat is too much. But the other thing I was going to ask you, what they didn't highlight a lot, was the actual barbershop culture. And I thought that's what we we're going to do. So when you're going there, like the conversations that's had and information sharing that was had. Actually, I didn't see that in there. Like that looked like a really quiet barbershop. Have you been to quiet barbershops like that? Have you seen differences?
I think it really depends on like the week, time, and day. So, for example, getting a haircut on a Tuesday, it was only 2 barbers there.
Yeah.
I think the real prime time barbershop culture only happens on the weekend.
Really?
Yeah. Because like usually when I get my hair cut on during the week, it's only 1 or 2 barbers there. So, we have our cute, occasional talks and things of that sort. Like, I was talking to my barber about credit scores and things of that sort. Because he's talking about how he just raised his credit up to like 800 or something close like that.
He made to 800. I ain't made it to 800 yet. I'm
So,
high sevens, but I ain't 800.
So, he was talking about that and things of that sort. But I think like the real tomfoolery happens during the weekend.
Really?
Yeah. Because you think about it, Mondays are usually closed or usually by appointment only.
Oh, Lord. That's the other thing. You close Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All the days.
Mondays is usually appointment only. Tuesdays they only open for limited hours because ain't nobody coming all up in there. Well, basically Tuesday through Thursday, it's limited hours. Friday afternoon, people coming in to get their haircut for the club.
Oh, my goodness.
And then Saturday, pretty much Saturday is booked.
Yeah.
And that's usually where the tomfoolery happens at. And then Sunday, they usually close.
Yeah. And they do it again. Have you noticed a difference? Have you been to the barber out here on the weekend than when it was in Detroit? What's the difference?
I would say both of them usually packed. That's always the thing. They're always
I'm talking about like
packed.
the conversation. Is it the same or different?
Detroit always got a little swag on top of it. Like regardless.
I feel like people selling stuff. You can get food,
a little twang,
you can get cupcakes. You be like, what is going
and they
on?
be trying to have the same stuff, but you still got the regular stuff like the dude who come in and got CDs or
nigga. They still giving away CDs.
This nigga still giving away CDs.
Okay.
So you got that stuff, but I just think the magnitude of the conversations, the way it's presented to you, is a lot different.
How so?
Out here in Detroit versus New England.
How so?
I just think because like Detroit niggas is Detroit niggas. We flashy, we flamboyant. You next thing you know, a dice game might happen.
Oh my God.
Niggas might want to fight. Next thing you know, niggas smoking weed. All types of shit. It might be the same stuff, but I think it's just in the way of they doing it.
Yeah.
It has a little bit more swag to it. Like Detroit niggas got a lot more swag than these East Coast niggas.
Oh, you about to hurt some feelings.
No, it's a real shit though.
Yeah. Interesting.
But as I got older in the age, like the thing is like
you don't want that. Now you an appointment only on Monday.
Exactly. Look, Tuesdays
is your appointment.
Tuesdays
after work.
Right. Hell.
4:30
during lunch.
Ooh, you old.
I go during lunch.
Ooh, you old.
But that's the thing. Like since my friend became a full-time barber, I don't even really go to barbershops like that in Detroit.
Oh,
like,
that's true.
That's get my hair cut by one person in Detroit.
Oh,
my friend. So that's the thing.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot different now versus like growing up and like being in high school or college and things of that sort.
Well, it was a culture.
It was a culture.
Yeah.
But now I'm just trying to get in and out.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even like sitting in a chair. I'm getting to the point now, like when they put the when they put the warm foam on your beard.
Yeah.
So they can shave you up. I don't even want to sit down in a chair no more. Put that foam on me. Don't put that towel on me. Just get the towel and wipe me down. You ain't gotta let that sit for 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's help and loosen up your.
I know, but I'm just getting to the point, like, because I just want to be in and out.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even make appointments on weekends. I'm the Monday appointment only girl. I said I would like to make an appointment for Monday. Do you take Monday appointments? Thank you. Put me on. Put me down. Put me down. But I don't know. I thought it was good and just something to just talk about and see and observe. But it's something about the episode that made me angry because I think I've interacted with beautician and stylists like that you just want to be like, really, nigga? You couldn't have your day planned out a little bit better than this. Anyhow, did y'all watch Fits My Life with Trina Braxton?
Woof. Woof.
Von Zant does not play. It was good.
Woof.
Like, this was a good, I feel like both of them were open to it. So
Yes.
if y'all don't know, Trina Braxton is one of Toni Braxton's, I think, younger sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And she was married to this white guy. I think they were married, almost 15, 16 years?
She
Double
was married
digits.
to Gabe.
Yeah, 15, 16 years. But she filed for divorce, actually. And they were separated and they divorced and everything. But the thing is, they still mess around.
Mm-hmm.
So he still be hitting. He had surgery.
Yeah.
He came and laid up over her house. He stayed over her house for months till he found somewhere to stay. Like, they really just unboundary, don't have a lot of good boundaries. But the other tea is they have 2 sons, right? But they're not his biological sons. They're his stepsons, right? So from a previous marriage. But the thing is, he done known these boys since they've been like 2 or 3, right? 5 could be the oldest. So they their daddy, right? He done grow up with them forever because they in their 20s now. And the thing is, the sons don't talk. Well, the youngest son don't talk to him at all. Mm-hmm. So we had this whole conversation on Fits My Life about this, creating boundaries in relationships with kids and things of that nature. What you thought about the episode, Nirams?
That was a very interesting one.
Yeah.
I think it was cool, though. It really shows like all the traumas.
Isn't it?
On both sides.
Yep. And how it's generational. Mm-hmm. Even when you're not by blood. So Von Zant kind of, full circle thing was, well, first of all, Gabe and Trina, y'all need to create boundaries. Because Von Zant was shady, and I said the same thing. She said, I got an ex-husband, but he can't come stay over my house after surgery. I got an ex-husband, but we ain't having sex no more. I wish him well, but he not about to lay up in my bed. And they kind of like, them two was like, what do you mean? I don't get it. So I don't think they have healthy boundaries with each other.
Right.
And also, they were mimicking the relationships that they seen when they were younger. Does everything come back to when you was a child?
Yes. Everything comes back to when you was potty trained.
What? What you say? So shout out to all the parents who potty training. You're preparing your kids' therapy bill now.
You're right.
So it all went back to that. So this thing with Gabe, he came from a household, I'm assuming, where he was kind of bossed around.
Yeah. Abusive.
Really wasn't told how to think. Taught how to think critically, but was told how to think and how to do things. Yeah. And so that was his love language. And in turn, which was the perfect storm with Trina, because then Von Zant read her for filth. She ain't go too deep into it, but she was like, you need to acknowledge that your mama taught you how to be a bitter woman. I was like, damn. I was like, your mama taught you how to be a bitter, mean woman.
Oh, punched you in the throat.
But the thing is, because when she said your mama, we all know who her mama is.
Yes.
You mean Miss Evelyn, who a pastor?
Yes.
Who daddy a pastor to?
Pastor mama.
Your mother taught you how to be bitter.
Shikes.
And so that's all you know, and that's what you give to your husband, and you think that's love. And can we talk? I always thought it was a tinge of something with that Braxton family. But the mama and daddy, because they still living on some stuff. They was like, daddy cheated and he left. I said, weren't they grown? Like, they act like this man just abandoned them, right? And never came back. And, I don't know what else happened in that household or whatever, but it do seem like the mom was talking ace boom bad shit about him, right? And what it is. And in turn, that's what the other women did. So that's what Trina did to Gabe, right? So I'm going to talk to you crazy because this is how you're supposed to talk to men. This is how they like to be talked to. This is how they need to be listened to. And when she said that, Trina just opened her mouth.
Yeah.
And she looked away.
I wish Naomi would talk to me crazy.
What? I think it's levels to it. Well, I think, what did she say? It was like emasculate. That was Gabe's word, that he emasculated him. And, some folks argue like how can't nobody emasculate you except yourself. But I do think it's a certain tone you can take as a wife that can demean the impact of the words that your husband says. Mm-hmm. Call it emasculate, call it what you want, but there is something to that, right? Because if they're going to respect what anyone says, they should respect what you say. And if you're talking crazy, what do you think that's going to lead to, right?
Yeah, but it's also reliving cycles because, like, he's trying to fix a cycle of some shit that was broken in his childhood. So that's why he put himself in this situation. Yeah. And the same thing with Trina. Yeah. And he just reliving the same cycle over and over, and there's no way to fix it unless you got Iana.
Oh. Unless you get out of it.
Right.
What do you think about him and the kid? Like the son was just like, I don't like him because he made my mom feel insecure and she worried about her weight because she done gained weight. And Vonzai said, bitch, how you know about all this? And she's like, she told me. And then Vonzai then went to Trina was like, put some boundaries up. That is not your child business. What's going on with you and your man? That is, and I agree. That is not your child's
What you
business.
talking about?
What's going on?
She treating her child
Like her man.
like her man. So what you mad about? Cause that's what he doing. Cause look, now he gotta be the man in the house. Cause ain't nobody else in the house. Gabe gone. The other kid gone to college somewhere.
Yeah, the oldest son is the only one with sense because he got the hell out.
So now he gotta be the man in the house.
Yeah.
And he the young one.
Yeah.
So
and he trying to boss up.
He doing man things.
Yeah.
You hurt my mama, nigga.
Yeah.
I'ma beat your ass.
Basically. Looking crazy. But I thought that brought up boundaries with parents. Like, what type of boundaries do you have with your mom? Like, do y'all talk about everything? Like, how did that go?
No, we don't.
Oh.
No.
What do y'all do?
We don't talk about the instance when my mom had to come with the gun.
Hold on. You caught me a mid-sip. Were you there? Did you see it?
And she banged on the door. And some woman's kids was like, near your mama outside. And I felt like I was in trouble.
Yeah.
But
no, you wasn't.
Why was I in trouble?
Daddy was, honey.
Papa was in trouble.
And she never talked about that?
We never talked about it.
Did she ever talk to you about like your dad, or I'm not sure if your dad stepped out or anything, or
well, she picked me up.
Well, I don't like to assume. I don't like to assume. Did she ever bring that up to you or anything?
You know, we had a conversation, but I think most of the stuff was on my father's side. You know, he tried to have like one of those conversations like, you know, I love you. I love your mama. But I just can't be with her no more.
Oh, did you ask him why?
No.
See, that's what he don't want, Naomi. Why?
Why?
Unpack that.
I just can't be with her no more. We always fussing and fighting.
Like cats and dogs.
Like cats and dogs. But my mom was the same thing. Like, you know how your daddy is. That's more or less it.
She got a type.
You know how he is.
But do you ever ask your mother what she love about your father?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Too much.
No, but I haven't. You know, some things I just like to keep them smoking. Like
love? That's a positive thing.
You know, I don't want to bring up old traumas. Next thing you know, my mama will have a breakdown. I don't think my mama had a breakdown at 72.
Your mom good. I don't think she worried about
I started bringing up old traumas and shit
from
to
that
her.
one. My first love. What is that? Yvonne?
Talking about
Kiki, Wyatt?
How did you feel when you had to go to that woman's house to get me?
Sis. Because I only could imagine.
I'm not playing that, Nyambi.
I ain't say that, but I could only imagine. I wish you would. And I got to go pick my child up. Oh, furniture going to be moved, rearranged, called a relocation services.
So, you know, I try to leave that.
Well, what about that? So that's heavy, right? We're talking about cheatations, right? But anything else she ever talked to you about that you're like, oh, this is too personal. Please keep it. Please
Not
find
really.
a friend.
You know, my mom like the FBI, but we really don't talk about like super
Your mom
personal
is the FBI.
we don't really talk about super personal stuff. Like I don't know.
You don't tell her anything super personal about me? Have you ever told her time, like when we were in a tough time in our relationship?
No.
That's healthy though. I think that's smart, Nero. I think I try to do that with my parents. I try not to say too much, right? I say just enough. But my dad doesn't share too much. My mom's oversharer as always.
And that's the thing. Like I just don't feel like I can handle it myself. Like if I'm going through some stuff, I can handle it.
Yeah.
So I personally don't think that's something that she needs to know. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or like it's not her business.
Yeah.
Like, it's not her business to know.
Yeah.
You know what issues we're going through. If anything, you know, we break up or whatever. You know, you just gotta know we broke up. And, you know, I'm trying to work through it or whatever. Support me that way. But you know, I'm going through some stuff. I'm getting on my nerves because she won't lick it like I like it to be licked.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, that ain't.
What was your mother be like? Wow. That will be her exact. Wow.
Wow. So you know, so that's the thing. That's the thing. I really try to have healthy boundaries about people in their business and things that's not my business.
I love minding my black ass business.
the thing is, it's not my business. Like, I really don't ask because at this point, it's not my business. And I think sometimes people like, well, what happened? What did they say? And I was like, Naomi, I didn't even ask. Why not? Because it's not my business. And if they wanted to tell me, they would have told me.
Yeah.
I would have asked. Well, I know. Because you're unbounded like that.
Yeah, I got to work through that. Like I said, my father's really good at it. My mom's not. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, Ma, that's enough. She's like, guess what your crazy daddy did? I was like, I had this for dinner. That's how I changed the subject. She's like, oh, okay. Guess what your crazy daddy? I said, I'm not interested.
That nigga had sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not interested in knowing what he did.
And I came home from work and he was just screaming and shit. I got a knife.
Not interested. And I constantly tell my mom, not interested in knowing.
You know all your daddy business.
And not just even with my dad, just some family stuff, I'm like, not needed.
Guess who pregnant?
I did need to know that. Or you with my family, guess who's on the news? What? I don't live in Michigan. And I don't want to know who's on the news. Thank you.
Guess who brought home a white girl? What?
You know, with Mercury in retrograde and Saturn coming on in these stars and the moon, I've been trying to mind my business and keep gossip to a minimum, but it's so hard. Oh my goodness. Anything else about that down there? I think that's something we got to talk about when we have kids. So how do you have an open and transparent relationship but still remain those healthy boundaries, right?
I think you got to have family meetings.
Yeah.
And, you know, within those family meetings, I think, thinking
it's
about
hard,
that,
right?
Yeah, it's hard. But I think moving forward, I'm going to treat if and when we have kids, treat our family like a business. So like Robin rules or orders and shit.
What? That is not going to work for Naomi. No.
Point of order.
Me and my kids is going to veto your ass out.
Point of order, Naomi.
What?
Point of order.
Fuck this.
Point of order.
So what is the repercussions? Kick rocks. What we gonna have somebody at the door? What you said? Have somebody at the door?
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh, I forgot. I'm losing the parliamentarian.
Mm-hmm. So. One of the kids gonna be at the parliamentarian to watch the door, make sure ain't nobody coming in.
No guest. No, but I think we don't have to answer that now. But I think of how do you keep this healthy balance? And y'all out there, y'all tell us too. How do you maintain a healthy balance of being open and transparent, but still having healthy boundaries too, right? Because I don't know if that's old school, but I don't believe your kids need to know everything, especially what's going on in your romantic relationship, right? But at the same time, I think kids should have the opportunity and space to tell you a little bit more. But I think what happens, okay, I think I made it clear. Because you know I'm an external processor. I think what happens is age, right? So it's cute to tell your parents about your boyfriend, girlfriend at 16, 17, 18, even 20, right? But when you start hitting 25 and 30 and that's your husband, sis, we should have this conversation. And of course, we're not talking about, like, say if you get a divorce or something. Of course, you come to your parents and say, I'm thinking about divorce and I'm in process. Of course, but the other bullshit. Right. Like you said, if you ain't hitting it right, well, I need to see a therapist. I don't know who you
Then they
see a therapist. I don't know.
You know,
it's all types of therapists.
Verbally or abusing your ass.
Yeah, it's nothing you can.
Not my business.
Yeah, you can't say. Interesting. All right, Nero. Anything else?
No, I think it was a good episode. Y'all should watch it.
Yeah,
if y'all haven't.
Well, you know, I'm standing for Atlanta this season. Like, I'm just standing for how non-traditional it is. Even how I don't know how to say this without sounding shady. It don't even got no storyline. What is the storyline in Atlanta? It's like each show is like Law and Order. It's like its own individual encompassed thing. Yeah. And I'm here for it. And like the running thing for the season is like Robin season. Because what we gonna say, the robber stole you? I mean, not the robber. The barber stole his time.
Right. Just robbed his time.
Come on. So I'm loving how the themes kind of run through it, right? All right, y'all. Y'all gonna think I'm corny. This is my nerdy. This is my blurred self, my black nerd self.
What
you up for it now?
Come on, baby.
Let's talk a little bit about the MBTI. So the Myers-Briggs type indicator. So MBTI is a form of a personality test inventory. So in higher ed, we have all types of personality inventories that we use for a variety of things. Everything from community building, team building, development in offices, between your manager, coworkers, or just to get to know yourself a little bit better, right? So if we're dealing with college students or graduate students, usually you're at some type of transition in your life and you're trying to make sense of kind of why you do things and seeing things through a different lens. And I was going through some paperwork and I found this Myers-Briggs inventory. And so I sent it to Niram. I was like, Niram, take it and let's talk about it on the podcast. So as with anything, I tell folks, like, I'm not a psychologist, right? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist or anything. If you really want to have these conversations, I recommend you see a therapist, a sociologist, you know what I'm saying, and really have this. But I think we'll link this in the show notes, but I think it will be just a fun test to take and have a conversation with your partner or people in your life, right? So the test is one good because it shows you a little bit about you, right? So it's one of them things where like, oh yeah, that does make sense. I never thought about it that way. But also when you're in your partner or your friendship or other folks you're just trying to get to know, it helps you understand them more. Honestly, I even recommend this for like work. So if y'all have monthly meetings and you have to lead a meeting or something, I recommend you have folks take like the Myers-Briggs, the MBTI personality inventory, and you all can share what your personality type is, right? And you can use that as a way to talk through why you do certain things. So we use this a lot when we first got together, more so when we have disagreements. To say, well, this is what I'm not being defensive. This is how I'm processing, right? This is my frame of thinking. This is my flow of thought. I'm not doing this to intentionally like shut you down or not listen to you, or I'm not keep talking about the same thing just to bring it up to be funny, but this is how I process, right? So it helps you give empathy in your different types of relationship because you're able to see it through someone else's lens without them even explaining it.
Right.
Like it really helps to break it down. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that okay, Nero?
Yeah.
Maybe you should jump. Am I?
No, you got it.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. So again, the purpose of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator Personality Inventory is to make the theory of psychological types, which was described by C.G. Jung, Jung, understandably and useful in people's life. The essence of the theory is that much seemingly random variation in the behavior is actually quite ordinarily inconsistent, being due to the basic differences in the ways individuals prefer to use their perception and judgment. The development of the MBTI was the aim of Isabel Briggs Myers and her mother, Catherine Briggs, who was to make the insight of the type theory accessible to individuals and groups. They addressed the two related goals in the developments and the application of the MBTI instrument. The identification of basic preferences of each of the four dichotomies specified in Jung's theory, and the identification and description of the 16 distinct personality types resulted from the interaction among the preferences. So when we're talking about this dichotomy, just to give y'all a summary, and we'll let you know what ours is, and we'll walk through it, is that there's basically four different groups you can kind of, no, actually it's more than that. There's four different dichotomies that you can fall in, right? And putting those dichotomies together then creates your overall personality type. So if it's four different dichotomies, that means you can make a total of 16 different personality traits, right? Does that make sense? Am I saying that right now? And what I'll do, I'll go through each of the four dichotomies, telling you, which one's which, all those things. And then Niram and I will share ours. We'll link it for y'all to take your test, and we'll just have a conversation about it. So the first dichotomy is introversion versus extroversion, right? So this is kind of what world do you prefer to live in, right? So do you prefer to focus on the outer world or on your own inner world? This is called extrovert and introvert. A lot of folks get this confused with, are you loud? Do you like to be around people, or do you don't like to be around people? That's not the basic extroversion introversion thing, right? I actually see extroversion and introversion is where you get your source of energy. Right. So are you fueled? Do you get more energy when you're surrounded by people, or do you get more energy, or are you fueled when you're alone? That's how I describe extroversion. I'm being an extrovert and introvert, right? Because there's a lot of extroverted introverts, right? So there's a lot of people who can be really great in crowds, give great presentations, but that drains the hell out of them, right? That's not good for them. After they go and be extroverted and do these social events and go to the club and do these presentations, whatever they may be, they have to go home and be to themselves to recharge, right? On the other hand, there's people who are very quiet, right? But they don't get energy just from being alone. They like to be in public and they like to interact with people, right? They might not say much. These people might not say a ton or do a lot. This reminds me of the person who always be there but don't say much. You be like, you always come through.
Yeah.
But you don't say a lot. But when you come through, you come through. That's because them being around people and crowds, that brings them energy, that brings them excitement. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So when you're taking your Myers-Briggs inventory, you're going to slant one way or the other, right? So which one do you prefer? Which one do you gain your energy from? And also I want to say your Myers-Briggs isn't like this across your whole life.
No.
So it shifts depending on what you go through, what you experience, and also what lens you're taking it from, right? So if some people might act slightly more introverted or be fueled by people in work scenarios, but when you're just dealing with personal things, it might be the opposite. So it really just depends on what framework that you're taking it from. So know that it depends on what space you're in or what role or what hat you're wearing. And also over time, this can change, right?
Yes. Agreed.
The second dichotomy is information. So do you prefer to focus on basic information you take in, or do you prefer to interpret the meeting? So that's sensing. So sensing are the folks that's like, what's the facts be? A plus B equals C. That's the facts. But the intuitive folks, they'll say more things like, I just have this gut feeling. Mm-hmm. Or this doesn't feel right. Or I'm just going to go with the flow and figure out how it goes, right? They work better in those types of situations. Mm-hmm. And then the third one is decisions. So how do you make decisions, right? So when making decisions, do you prefer to look at logic, consistency, or first look at the people and special circumstances? So that's the idea of thinking versus feeling. So again, thinking is kind of related to almost that sensing. So, alrighty, I see these as almost like the all or none folks. The rules say this. Mm-hmm. But the feeling person would be like, well, that rule doesn't matter because it doesn't take. So this is almost fair versus consistent, mm-hmm. or consistent versus fair, right? So the consistent people is like, this is how we do it because this is what the rules say we do, and we always do it this way, right? But the fair people will be like, I know that's what the rules say, but due to this special circumstance, we have to shift it a little bit.
Right.
Jump in if I'm not explaining.
Baby, you breaking it down.
No, I'm trying to break it down.
You breaking it down. You're in a genius zone.
I'm trying. And then the last dichotomy is the structure. So in dealing with the outside world, do you prefer to get things decided, or do you prefer to stay open to new information of options? So this is judging versus perceiving. And I think judging gets a bad rep.
Yeah.
Because they make you sound like you judging the world, but that's not what it is.
Judgy ass people.
Yeah, no, and it's not that. So the judgy people, I like to say, they're the ones who more so get it done. So are we moving forward on this right? So they're able to be very decisive. So I'm making this decision because X, Y, and this, and I'm moving on. This is what it's going to be, right? Compared to the more perceiving people who are like, well, I want to get a little bit more information. I want to sit on it. Then I want to read a book. Then I want to clean my crystals, and then get a committee, and then we'll make a decision.
What's wrong with lighting a good Palo Santo?
There's nothing wrong with that, and that's the other thing I want to say. It's nothing wrong. Like there's no better or no good or bad personality style, right? All personality style have their strengths, their weaknesses, their genius zones, their areas of proof. They all have those types of things. It's just a better way to understand how you navigate and operate within your zone, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So those are the certain areas. So what world do you present in, so that you'll either be extroverted or introverted. So you'll be an E or an I. How you receive information, you'll either be sensy or an intuitive. How you make decisions, so you'll either be thinking or a feeling, so a T or an F. And then you have structure, which is broken down to judging or perceiving. And you put all those together, and that's what creates your different personality style. And those are the different letters you can combine to make 16 different personality types. And what you do when you go on this website, which is, what is it near 16 personalities?
Yeah, 16
personalities.com. What it then puts these together in a combination that then describes the type of personality that you have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a question that you're going to take. It's probably, what, about 50, 60 questions?
Yeah. It's relatively short.
And you can go through it quick, though, because you got to do quickly. And then they put together the type of personality that you have. Niram, do you want to go? I guess we can share ours. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You go first.
Alrighty. So the personality style that I have, I am an ESTJ. So it says I'm extroverted, but I'm extroverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. See? In parentheses, this person is called the executive. It says is excellent administrators, unsurpassed at managing things or people. Niram, do you want to talk about which one yours is, and then I'll go back to
Yeah,
mine.
I am a ENTP. So what's that? Extrovert. What's N? Intuitive.
Yeah.
T is thinker, and P is what is P?
I'm perceiving.
Perceiving.
And
in parentheses, mine is the debater.
Yes. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So what I guess we can kind of just go down the list. So me as the executive personality type, so the ESTJ, some of the strengths that they say I have is that I'm dedicated. So seeing things to completion and borders on ethical obligations for us executives. Tasks aren't simply abandoned because they become difficult or boring. People with this executive personality type take them up when they are the right thing to do and will be finished as long as they remain to be the right thing to do. They also say I'm strong-willed, I'm direct and honest, loyal, patient, and reliable, enjoy creating order, and excellent organizers. What do you think about that as my strengths?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I do.
And then as far as my weaknesses, it says I can be inflexible and stubborn.
Yep.
The problem with being so fixated on what works is that executives too often dismiss that what might work better.
Yep.
Everything is an opinion until proven, and executive personalities are reluctant to trust an opinion long enough for it to have that chance. It's uncomfortable with unconventional situations. Executives are strongly connected to traditions, and when suddenly forced to try unvetted solutions, they become uncomfortable and stressed. Judgmental.
Yes, very.
Executives have strong convictions about what is right, wrong, and socially acceptable. Executives' compulsion to create order often extends to all things and everyone, ignoring the possibility that there are two right ways to get things done.
Yep.
Executives don't hesitate to let these air quote deviants know what they think, consider it's their duty to set things right.
Absolutely.
Also, it says I'm focused on social status. Executives take pride in the respect of their friends, colleagues, and community. Mm-hmm. And while difficult to admit, they are very concerned with public opinions.
Absolutely.
Executives, air quotes, especially turbulent ones, can get so caught up in meeting others' expectations that they fail to address their own needs. They also say I'm there's a lot of weaknesses. Difficult to relax. They need this need for respect fosters a need to maintain their dignity, which can make it difficult to cut loose and relax for risk of looking like a fool or even having fun. And then difficulty expressing emotion. This is all evidence of the executive's greatest weakness: expressing emotion and feeling empathy. What you think about them weaknesses?
Ooh, I think the weaknesses may be more true than the strengths.
I think that difficulty expressing emotion is not true for me. And that's the other thing about this MBTI. Like sometimes it just, everything don't fits in perfectly, right? But I do think I can be empathetic. But I think the difficulty expressing emotion to people who are not in my inner circle, yes. But if you're in my inner circle, I'm a big old squishy.
Focuses on status. What is it? Social status. Yeah. Difficulty to relax. Yeah.
Whatever.
What's the other
Darren, we're done. Your turn. Judgmental.
Judgy, yes.
I'm nice and judgy.
Yeah, nice and judgmental.
Shut up.
Let's see. Debater, strengths and weaknesses. So I'm knowledgeable. Debaters rarely pass up a good opportunity to learn something new, especially abstract concepts. Quick thinkers, very quick to think. Debaters have tremendously flexible minds and are able to shift from idea without effort. I'm original. Have a little attachment to traditional debater personalities are able to discard existing systems and methods and pull together.
Yes.
What is it? Desperate? Yeah, desperate. Not disparate. Desperate ideas from extensive knowledge base with little raw creativity to hold them together to formulate bold new ideas. Excellent brainstormers. Nothing's quite enjoyable to a debater as analyzing a new problem from every angle to find the best solution. charismatic. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
People with debater personalities type have a way with the words and with others. With others that find intriguing. Their confidence, quick thought, and ability to connect ideas in new ways create a style of communication that is charming, even entertaining, and informative at times. Energetic when given a chance to combine these traits to examine interesting problem. Debaters can be truly impressive in their enthusiasm, energy, and handle qualms with putting in long days or nights to find a solution.
Mm-hmm. What's your weaknesses?
Weaknesses, none.
Whatever.
Number one, very argumentative.
Yep.
What?
Nerum is passively argumentative.
I don't think so. If there's anything,
I believe in a grand architect.
I do.
Okay, argumentative. Next.
If there's anything debaters enjoy, it is mental exercise of a debating an idea, and nothing is scared or sacred.
Come on, next. Yes, true. What's the next weakness?
Nothing is sacred. Insensitive.
Yep.
Being so rational, debaters often misjudge other feelings and push their debates well past others' tolerance level.
Yep. Next one.
Intolerant.
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck?
told you. They come holds bar. They make all the personalities sound crazy.
I'm insensitive and
because
intolerant.
these weaknesses are shadows of your personality, right? So I think when done in moderation, these are all great things. But when done excessively, when it becomes shadow, that's when it becomes rough, right?
Unless
Shadow.
people are able to back up their ideas in a round of mental sparring, debaters are likely to dismiss not just the ideas but people themselves.
Yep.
Either a suggestion that can stand up.
Nerum has been at events
or not
and
worth
said,
bothering.
I'm not their friend. I'm not your friend. And just walked away. I said, Jesus, was that necessary?
That makes me intolerant.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Insensitive. All the above.
Well, they need to know where I stand.
What's the next weakness?
Can find it difficult to focus.
Yes.
The same flexibility allows debaters to come up with such original plans and ideas, make them readapt perfectly good ones far too often, or to even drop them entirely as initial excitement winds and newer thoughts come along.
Yeah. Last one.
Dislike practical matters. Oh my goodness. Debaters are interested in what could be malleable concepts like ideas and plans that can be adapted and debated. When it comes to hard details, day-to-day execution where creativity flair isn't just unnecessary but actually counterproductive, the debater personalities lose interest, often with the consequence of their plans never seeing the light of day.
Yep. I'm telling you this, MBTI, y'all, you're going to get this and it's going to read you for filth. How do you think that plays into with our relationship, though, right? Mm-hmm. How would you say? Well, I would say the way that I'm going to say it sign, my personality type, the ESTJ plays into the us, is that as far as my communication style, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes I think that I can be kind of very direct and a matter of fact in my statements. And you kind of like, what are you talking about? Right? And I think that can throw it off. So I think I can address conflict head on, like simple statements, matter of fact, in a very rational approach, but subtly and emotionally tact are kind of sacrificing the process. So, and I sometimes think this level-headed and calm approach throws people off and throw you off sometimes.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think? How do you?
So you're just saying that it's not a priority to you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, it sounds like that.
Where the hell you even get that from?
Because you're not doing it.
It's just not important to me right now.
So it's not a priority.
It is a priority, but it's lower on the priority scale.
It's not. See, and I want you to call a thing. It's not a priority.
It is a priority. It's just lower.
But Nerum don't want to be put in this box to be told what to do or how to do. Nerum don't believe in linear process. He believes in circular processes. And sometimes I think that's bullshit. But knowing this, it helps me to process him more, right? If I didn't know about this, I would think it's a personal dig. Like he trying to be on some fuckboy tendencies, right? Mm-hmm. But I think this really helps.
Well, what they say about me in relationships, debaters. If there's one thing debaters are good at, it's coming up with never-ending streams of innovations
Jesus.
and ideas to keep things moving forward.
Yeah.
And this is evident in their romantic relationship as well.
Mm-hmm.
For people with a debater personality type, growth is key. Even before they found a dating partner, they imagine all the ways that they can experience new things together to grow in tandem
With each other.
This can be an overwhelming process if their partner doesn't match up. But when debaters find someone who shares their love for intellect exploration, watch out.
What do you think? Have I hit that for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Mine says executives are fairly unique in that their relationships don't really change as they progress from dating phase into more steady long-term relationships and further into their marriage because they value honesty, straightforwardness so highly. People with executive personality type are likely to be clear about who they are, what they are like, and what their goals are from the start, and to stick to those statements long-term. So long as their partner is able to take them at their word and follow suit, they are bound to be a extremely stable relationship. Is that me near?
Yeah.
This is who I told you when I moved out here. I'm going here and I'm doing this. You're welcome to do this, or that's fine. But again, we just thought this was something cute, and it's another tool, right? Remember we're talking about intimacy, dating, getting to know your partner, your friends. Are you gonna link this in the show notes?
Yeah.
So link the quiz in the show notes. And use this to first discover about yourself, have your partner and friends take it. Y'all talk about it. But what, on Twitter? Y'all should tell us what y'all personality style is and what your type is, and if it's true or false. Is it trash or is it a treasure? You gonna do that, Nero?
Yeah.
All right, y'all let us know. Again, we just thought this was another cute tool.
Yeah, a little cute thing.
For y'all. All righty. You want to close us on out?
Yeah, as always, to leave a black love story. And we need these damn black love stories. Where y'all at?
Yeah.
Submit your black love story to blacklovematters.com. To leave us a question about kitchen table talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave us a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. We also got that SoundCloud, and we also got that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later, and remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.